This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, hi guys. So hope you are able to view my screen. So we'll start with the training concept. So hope many of you new to the workday or have any understanding on that particular syllabus content.
New to the workday for me.
New to the workday. Okay. Fine. So about the syllabus content, I'll just take you through. This the content. Let me make it more visible. First module in Workday Finance. Before that, I just want to tell you about the basic about the what Workday and tenants and all. So Workday tenant, it's called the application actually, where some of them will call as ERP or cloud tool. So basically, we'll do the configuration is this tenant actually Workday tenant, and this based upon purely on the project assignments and all. So as per the client requirements, that has to be configured. So it's like why it's called as a tenant means it's similar to like if you're staying in a rented house or a lease house, there'll be a certain agreement or the copy will be there, renewal copy. So that has to be renewed at the duration or at completion of that particular tenure. So here also you will get the similar kind of certain rules and regulations where you need to configure into the system, and after a certain period of time then it has to be get renewed. So that's called the workday tenant. That's called the workday tenant. So here basically we'll be focusing on the core concepts of tenant, basic navigation and functional area. So you'll understand more about the workday architecture and the concept of a single unified system. Basically here in terms of the navigation basics, how you will start the navigation into the system, and what are the changes will be there, and how the tenant looks like, that you will understand in the navigation of this particular tenant here. Let me scroll down, and along with that, here you'll understand how that navigating the workday UI, how you can use that dashboard, search bar, and menu. So basically, you'll navigate the entire UI back confidently once you understand the overall navigation basics. And there are certain related action and worklets are there to interact the workday objects. So that you will much focused over here in first core concepts and navigation, and you'll understand how workday differs from traditional batch based on ERP systems. So the next module will take you through organizations and work tags. So if you see here, we have certain concept like overview, security policy, organization, reorg. So basically here in this particular uh, module, you learn more about how to distinguish between the different organization types in Workday, like company, cost center, and region basis. So basically, company will be a legal entity that has to be created, and the cost center will be based upon the uh, different regional base. Like suppose your organization is located in the different locations, maybe US, UK, or India. So based upon that, you need to set up the cost center to the system. So that you will understand over here, along with the how work tags are the primary for financial segment and reporting. So here you will set up the bank setup, creating bank rule, organization hierarchy, cost centers, and work tax. So those things are majorly you learn over how to set up the bank, how to create that banking rule over there. and there are certain routing or bank routing rules of payment processing is there that we will understand here at the high level. So once you start the configuration, you will understand like how to set up these things. So, and we do have this about organization and cost workers, financial accounting setup. So basically here in financial accounting setup, you'll be much focusing on the how to set up the currency, fiscal schedule, account set, account control rule set. So basically, you will configure multi-currency setup, including base transactions and reporting currency. And you'll at the high level, you understand the how to create and manage fiscal year uh, schedules aligned to the business calendar. So we do have like building the chart and all you'll understand over here in this particular accounting posting rule. So there are certain ledgers are there that has to be created, the different ledger books, and understand you can understand the relationship between ledgers and companies over here. How to open the open and close and maintain ledger books and all that you'll understand here. Along with that, you can build custom validations rules to enforce data quality and transaction entry. So that is the major thing over here. So that we learn into this financial accounting setup. So custom validation center you learn over here. Coming to process accounting journals. So here we have like overview. So basically, you understand the overview of how to process the accounting journals, financial accounting flow of that. So basically, here again end-to-end financial accounting flow from transaction to ledger posting. You will learn, and you learn how to create a balanced journal entry with correct account coding and work tag assignments over here. And we do have yeah, you can understand like how to create a recurring journal entry templates for monthly and annual journal entries and all. So that comes under creating recurring journal entry and journal setups. Coming to create and process EIBs. So EIB uh, is called as a basically it's an enterprise interface builder. So anything which is there into the Excel sheet that can be uploaded into the tenant, workday tenant, it will validate the data and give the result. Whether if any details are incorrect or anything such, it will again you need to rectify those errors and recorrect and upload it. So here you will mainly understand about the EIP's framework and how it will play major roles in bulking the in bulk data loading and how to download, configure the general EIP templates and all. You can learn here. As I told, you can validate also, and so those things are there in here EIB. So review period close allocation revaluation is there here. So you are able to okay, it's able to see now. Okay. Yeah, so these things like allocation revaluation you'll execute the complete month and period close sequence in the correct order. Also you can configure and run allocation rules to distribute shared cost across organization, and you also run currency translations or group that comes under this particular review period close actually. So security is again here very sensitive topic over here. So basically you need to set up these security groups based upon different security groups we have, role based, user based, like intersection, constraint and constraint security groups that has to be configured into the system as per the requirement. Again, that comes under the domain security policies and all. So we need to process as per the client requirement. We do have business process security policies. So you'll understand overall workday role based and different security groups, how it's what are the differences are there, and how to create and configure those security group. And you can also on the high level you can assign security policies to the security group for finance functional areas, so that we'll learn more into the security groups. Again, view security group, security analysis and all. So that's how to view and modify, you can provide the access. We do have here suppliers. So basically main thing over here, you will understand the overview of supplier setup, creating supplier spend categories and purchase item. So how to create supplier records with all required fields, including payment and tax information, defining that spend categories and mapping them to GL account for automatic posting. So those things will comes under this particular supplier, and you can understand the hierarchy and parent subsidiary differences also you can understand. We do have supplier invoices, the other module. So supplier invoices is basically here overview of that security policies and creating supplier invoice and adjustments are there. So how to create supplier invoice with correct coding tags and payment term information. And here you can configure security policies, basically that different security groups will be there. And understanding the invoice approval workflow and exception handling. So you can connect supplier invoices to the downstream. So there's a set of supplier invoices. Once we start at the high level, you can understand about the configuration level. So coming to customer module. So here overview of the customer setup, create customer revenue categories and all. So you can create and maintain customer master records with complete billing and contract information under this particular module. Learn about that thing. Along with that, you can configure customer payment terms, credit limits, and default currency. And any when it comes to revenue categories and sales item, you can understand about the revenue categories and how to map that and build customer validations rules. So that comes under the customer module. So coming to customer invoice and customer receipts. So here will be much focusing on the customer invoices with correct align item coding and tax adjust treatment and all. So we do have how to process credit memos and debit memo adjustments and all. So that you can do over here in this particular topic. So we do have customer funds for overpayments and credit balance. So you can understand how to process those customer refunds for overpayments and all. So coming to settlement. So let me take you through settlement. So settlement again here. So this is overview and how to create the settlement run and cash flow. Basically, there is some configurations are there here where you can create and configure settlements in bulk payment processing, that you will learn more about that, and how to filter review invoice for in settlement run. Along with that, you can understand the GL impact of settlement and how it posts to the bank ledger, and analyzing the cash flows reporting derived from settlement activity. And also you can configure payment formats and bank file output for payment processing. Okay, so those things are much involved into this settlements and close and report here we'll understand more overview of period close bank reconciliation, financial reporting. So much involved into in terms of executing the complete financial period close sequence from subledger to GL, and you can generate and interpret core financial statements. Along with, you can understand the relationship between subledger and general ledger. So it's all more about close and reporting details over here. So Workday report terminologies. So this particular topic is much involved how, because in there are certain reports will be already available in the Workday. It's called the Workday delivered reports, so that you can use those reports as per the client requirement. Again, if the client requires some changes, you can do as per the client requirement. Those report changes you can do it. So here you'll understand more about how to create the reports and all architecture of that. We do have business object, data source, filter, and prompt columns. How to share the reports to the authorized persons and all. What are the differences are there, and between report data and report output formats. So those things we learn more focused over here. Scheduled standard reports and share them with, you can share with the colleagues as well. So that comes under the reports. So let me check expenses. So yes, we have more about creating expense report, settlement of expense report, travel expense report, and authorizations. So when it comes to more focusing on the learning objectives of these particular expenses, you will learn more about creating and submitting expense reports for personal reimbursement, how to add expenses lines with correct expense items, amounts, and business purpose, and creating spending of pre-approved budget, and overall you can understand the expense settlement process, and anything which is with connect with expense reports to GL accounts and cost center coding, that comes under these expenses. So yeah, so another, we do have Workday reporting advanced overview of the terminologies. So it's nothing but about this particular the same relevant to the reporting structure only. So as I told you, there are certain things are there when it comes to overall reporting structure that we will understand over basically while sharing, creating the report, different types of report like simple, advanced report. So that's similar to the previous topics also. Okay. So yeah, these are the topics are there which is included into the finance things. So do you have any queries, Tyson?
No, not from me. And these are the all modules, right? 16 modules to be covered.
Yeah. So basically, it's 15 modules. We have just only that reporting. It's both are same only actually. Workday
Okay.
reporting and another one. Yeah.
So what is the prerequisite to learn this Workday? So is it required to any financial knowledge or like accounting knowledge?
See,
Is it?
basically, this course content is designed for in terms of if you ask me about the course content, who can learn and all. So most of them from the finance background, they go for this particular module, and you can if you are in irrespective of the different background, also if they are interested in to go for finance, they can go for Workday finance modules. So it will be added advantage to their profiles and all.
So that's fine, but actually the question like is really is needed depth in functional knowledge or just is only for technical is sufficient?
Yeah, sorry, come again.
Is really is needed the accounting functional knowledge like what is a cash book, what is a account book, and ledgers and everything is really needed, like is there some account background, account subjects or something is needed?
It's not mandatory though. If you,
uh,
it's not like we have here, we don't have much in kind of coding or something like that. On a basically, you can understand more about the overall concept of the finance details
mm-hmm.
over here. The person
Okay.
who has a basic knowledge about the accounting, finance related things can easily go through with this course content.
Okay, so this course is completely for the purely is technical, right? It's
Yeah, technical is that it's a user interface where you create the entire
mm,
the configuration. Suppose, for example, as an end user, you might be receiving the invoice, right? As a financial person,
mm,
you might have worked into some of any of the organization
mm.
where invoice copy will be received and you'll be processing those things as a end user. But the, you will be using certain tabs like invoice number, from, to, address, and all. So those things we will configure here as a configure finance configuration consultant.
Okay,
You'll be not uh, just typing some details over there and submitting. It's not like that. You will be the person as a configuration consultant. You will configure the entire invoice, like creating entries. So those things are much involved over here.
okay. For the customization, is it required any technical skill is required for customizations or like any JavaScript or
No,
any
nothing.
coding?
That's what I told. Initially, there's no coding is involved. Is not about anything Java or anything such technical languages are required to learn this. So if you are, mean, the basic understanding of the concepts, if you have, that's enough to get into these particular topics. There's no any technical things here.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Yeah,
Hi.
Shrikant, this is Srinivas.
Yeah, hi Srinivas. Please tell me.
I have a couple of questions on these modules.
Yeah, please tell
Uh,
me.
in terms of quote to cash and procure to pay, like you said, the supplier and customer, are you
Mhm.
also covering this tax determination on this supplier and customer invoice?
Yes, yes, we'll be covering those topics
Which tool?
in this Workday Tenant itself.
No, 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 because Workday is not supporting to determining the tax, right? Because either you have to use Fabrics, either you have to use Vertex, any external tax calculation tools.
You're
Because
saying
I'm,
about like entries you're asking, or how it is? Go to tax.
it's calculating the tax on the supplier invoices or customer invoices.
Yeah, that you can create over here, supplier invoices and all.
Supplier invoices I can create, but
Okay.
based on the transaction type, the
Mm.
tax should be determination. The tax determination is not happening in the workday. Either you have to integrate external tools like in many of the cases like ERP, Oracle ERP, majorly they are using Fabrics.
Mm.
Workday, we are using Vertex. So I am looking for its Vertex configuration linked to Workday supplier and customer invoice tax calculations. Are you
Mm.
also covering that part?
Here we are much focused about the work tax and all, creating the entries and all. Those things would be there.
No, Vertex is different. I'm talking about
Mm.
Vertex.
Work tax.
Hmm.
Okay. So that thing is not a part of this particular module actually.
Okay. And also, are you like covering the accounting center concept?
Yeah, that we are covering accounting center.
But I didn't see in your any of the module.
No, that's there actually. Accounting center. Let me take you through.
Okay. It's a end-to-end configuration of accounting center or it's an overview?
It's an overview. Wait a minute. Let me take you through that. Give me a second. So this is about the accounting setup over this.
No, no, the financial accounting setup is different. Accounting center is different.
That comes under here. Process. Yeah, that comes under process accounting generals and accounting center. That's there actually. That's not added over there. So it is
No,
there actually.
process accounting journal is different. This is only manual workflow which you add in the within Workday.
Hmm.
Accounting center is where you have to integrate from external tool. The journals you don't need to
Hmm.
upload through EIB. That configuration are you covering?
The basic configurations we can do it in this tenant, but the external what you are saying about the uploading that we can't do into the tenant actually.
But at least are you like giving the configuration steps?
Yeah, that
How?
will be given.
Okay. And the other question is how depth you will take care of the business workflows.
Business workflows as per the client requirements will be there, but here in the training part, like we'll cover entire business process flow of steps. So from the approval stage to the configuration of the entire business process.
Okay. And in terms of reporting, how depth you are covering? I mean, just overview of the customer object or data set like that, or you are going in depth like filtering, creating
Yes, yes,
calculated fields.
yeah. So reporting will go in depth in terms of creating the different types of report along with the sorting, filtering, how to arrange the data, so how to use that workday delivered reports and all, and whom
No, the
to share.
use of Workday delivery reports is fine because that is more
Mm.
into a end user perspective. But you
Mm.
also cover to how to create a report
Yes,
using
yes. That
objects.
we talk. Creating objects, reports, sorting, filtering,
Okay.
that things will cover into this finance.
Okay. I didn't see the one major module in supplier and customer. Are you also covering this enabling direct intercompany invoicing?
Yeah, that will be covering certainly.
But I didn't see intercompany direct invoice method.
Some of the wordings might have not included. So invoice, right? So we have
No, not in invoice. It's intercompany direct invoice method.
that comes under here, like security policies, creating supplier invoice and adjustment. So that's part
No,
of that.
that is different.
No,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, that will
Maybe
cover.
that's all I have questions. Maybe
Okay,
I can connect with you or maybe in person.
sure, sure. So any other questions, guys?
Like, what is the duration of this?
This duration is for 35 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
daily
also like
one
it's
1 hour session will be there.
hmm
Yeah, Monday to Friday. In case if you are available on weekend, then it will be 2 hour sessions. So I need to check with the institutes as well. So how they
yeah,
consider.
and also like it's a similar to the SAP or it's like it's a similar to the Oracle.
It's similar to both of the SAP and Oracle, but the thing is like difference. Yeah, differences obviously you can see over here in terms of SAP Oracle report. But if you have understanding of that particular uh, tools and all, then it will be easier for you to understand these configurations.
Okay. Like the in this like we have some in SAP like we have some path, no? Like the same path will be there in the Workday Finance also like
No, bit differences are there here when it
okay.
compares to, yeah. So, but understanding level will be similar actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it for my end. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Srikanth, how many days after course you will be giving the tenant access?
Uh, that again, the training institute they will let you know. Usually for the 35 days, but again from institute they will inform you about the how many days they will use it.
Okay. Are you covering studio integration or any of the integration tool?
Integration, no integrations we are not covering here. In finance. Yeah.
But at least inbound, outbound for EIB, some of the integration concepts
Yeah,
should.
EIB basics. Yeah, I'll take you through in terms of EIB. What the difference of EIB is, how to create, upload, and all. So not in terms of depth because integration is another different topic actually.
Okay. But in some cases, in most of the companies, now they are asking you to build a EIB, though you are a finance implementation consultant.
Mm.
But that part, at least to create EIB, not upload EIB, at least to create inbound EIB
And
and outbound EIB.
those things I will take you through in terms of how to build EIBs and all in finance.
Okay.
Yeah, that I'll be taking through. Fine, okay, guys. So if you have any questions, you can let the coordinator know. So any queries and all, so they will get in touch with you. So we can connect and let.
Okay. Thanks. You are Srikanth, right?
Yeah, Srikanth.
Yeah. Thank you, Srikanth.
Yep.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thanks
Shrikant.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.